Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day. So today I would like to present my innovation entitled Design Thinking Approach in Artificial Intelligence Project. By the way, I am ROHAYANTI binti HASSAN from School of Computing, Faculty of Engineering, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. This presentation will cover on the introduction of the study, motivation of the study, learning design, results and discussion, and end up with the conclusion. This presentation will cover on the following topics. Every year, a continuous quality improvement has been introduced in order to strengthen students' problem-solving skill. Thus, with the idea and concept of 21st century learning skills and design thinking approach, we propose to implement both in realigning the course learning outcome of AI course or artificial intelligence course. In our computing degree program, AI is one of the core course must be offered. AI course offers learners to learn many AI theories such as knowledge representation, state space, searching algorithm, machine learning, and big data analytics. This course not only emphasizes learners to understand and able to apply the above-mentioned theories, but also demonstrate practicality for those theories in given case study. Here, the practical tasks requires higher level of problem-solving skill, which is earlier defined as part of the learning outcome of this course. On the other hand, the delivery of current teaching and learning system should be transformed in the era of 21st century learning, which is heading towards the fourth industrial revolution. With the advancement of multidisciplinary technology in 4IR, learners must prepare to become skillful future workforce and graduate ready as demanded by the employers and industries. A skill set of 21st century learning, such as critical thinking and creativity, can be adapted in this AI course and can strengthen learners' problem-solving skill. Nowadays, with strong association between design thinking and business innovation, many countries are investing in education that integrates design thinking phases, skills, and mindsets across curricula, uniting the academic and vocational. Consequently, design thinking is increasingly regarded as an avenue to develop 21st century student capabilities, equipping them with the tools to effectively address the ever-evolving challenges facing global society in the future. Therefore, motivated from the current progress in adapting design thinking and 21st century learning skills in boosting the problem-solving skill, this study has revised the instructional design on AI course with the objective of to map the intended problem-solving based learning outcomes with appropriate 21st century learning skills and design thinking approach to design the appropriate learning activities and assessments in order to achieve the intended learning outcomes as outlined in 1. Then thirdly, to analyze learners' experience towards design thinking approach in AI course. For materials and methods, we have improved this learning design of AI course, which firstly, AI course has outlined 2 course learning outcomes that attain problem-solving skills. Secondly, 21st century learning skills has to be mapped with the respective course learning outcomes. Thirdly, AI project component is designed with intended the course learning outcomes. Fourthly, design and align AI project components with design thinking approach. And fifthly, aligning and mapping the AI project components with intended course learning outcomes and 21st century learning skills. This table shows the AI project instructions guided by the systematic design thinking approach. From the table, all instructions were mapped with respective course learning outcome and aligned with 21st century learning skills. In a nutshell, this is how constructive alignment principle is linked to improve the average problem solving and creativity skills. To further justify the effectiveness of the design thinking approach implementation, the open opinion from both full-time and part-time learners were collected. The opinion was then fed into NVivo Plus 12 software to generate the thematic and sentiment analysis. The following figure shows the sentiment analysis of opinion from the learners on the design thinking approach implementation. Based on NVivo software, from 52 learners' opinion, 37 of them were classified as neutral opinions. Meanwhile, 3 learners' opinions were classified as very positive and 9 of them were classified as moderately positive. Only 2 opinions were classified as moderately negative and 1 classified as very negative, respectively. We believe that the statement of the learner from the very negative sentiment led to 3% of strongly disagree perceptions. The learner has stated that I don't agree with listening to people and empathizing with them. You have to think outside the box and came up with something that people had never thought is possible. However, when we closely observe learners' opinions of those negative classifications, there were still positive sounds in their claims, like it helped us to build the right prototype effectively, and design thinking concept helped in developing the AI prototype by simplifying and structuring the approach I took in developing the prototype. On the other hand, from the thematic analysis, some learners felt that the design thinking approach motivated them to propose innovative and alternative application solutions. They also felt that systematic phases in design thinking were helpful in developing the application solution. This analysis reflects the creativity and intellectual curiosity skills. On the other hand, the problem identification, formulation, and solution skills were presented under topic problem. Some learners stated that design thinking helps in empathizing the human pain and then promoted the strategy and solution. All this analysis eventually reflect the achievement of course learning outcome 3 that focuses on learners' ability in formulating the appropriate solutions for problems and designing the intelligent computer-based system. Furthermore, topic, process, and step can be aligned to critical thinking and system skill. Design thinking has a systematic phase approach that should be followed where learners must experience each ideate process before completing the prototype. Those iterative ideate processes were then appropriately assigned to AI techniques, then eventually aligned to achieve course learning outcome number 2. It can be concluded the achievement of learners is good in both course learning outcome 2 and course learning outcome 3, even though some of the percentages are around 63 to 78%. The assessments cover the exam-oriented paper individually that includes midterm tests and final examinations. Nevertheless, the design thinking concept is purposely applied to help in assessing group work tasks. As a conclusion, constructive alignment works by focusing on aligning assessment with unique learning outcomes and innovations in learning activities. Our report revealed that facilitating immersive design thinking approach in AI course yields more positive opinion from the learners. For future works, a proper action research methodology framework with empirical evidence on the effectiveness of 21st century learning skills can be introduced as part of continuous quality improvement of this AI course. With that, I thank you.